Hey, I'm Pastor Edward Harden. Got a minute? Welcome to the Better Cast, where we are continuing our deep dive in the book of Hebrews. We have been in Hebrews chapter 5, exploring Christ as our high priest. But when we get to today's text, we have a problem. We have hit a speed bump. Let's check out the text. Verse number 11. It says, "We have much to say about this, but it is hard to explain." Here it is. "Because you are slow to learn." Man, the writer to the Hebrews says, man, that this thing is much deeper than even we've shared already. And he is ready. He is anxious to share more. But there is a problem with the hearer. They are slow to learn. They aren't able to receive anything deeper, anything more. And today we want to look at two reasons why they are running into problems, because their issues might be our issues. Notice what it says in verse number 12. He says, "In fact, though, by this time, you ought to be teachers. You need someone to teach you the elementary truths of God's word all over again. You need milk and not solid food." Man, the first thing that we see is he says, by this time, you ought to be teachers. Listen, this stuff is given to us that we may give it to others. And I don't know about you, but I have found that I grow when I give, when I teach, when I share. It helps me to distill the thoughts and really be able to solidify my understanding of a thing. But if you never share, if you never give out and only take in, that's a problem. They should have been teachers, but they are not able to share. Verse 14, "But solid food is for the mature," here it is, "who by constant use have trained themselves to distinguish the good from the evil." The second reason they've run into this speed bump is the writer says that they aren't putting to use that which they've learned, If we're going to have increased capacity to receive the deep things of God, we've got to share what we receive, and we've got to put it to use in our lives. And if we don't, it might just be that we too run into a speed bump.